Get ready, Power Gamers. This is episode 7 of The Legends of Lyria. I'm DJ the DM.
I'm Emily. I play Wyndham.
I'm Lily. I play Lothario.
I'm Matt. I play Bojangles.
And I'm Taz, and I play Double T Tanya.
Oh yeah, and we're here bringing you the next installment of The Legends of Lyria. The last thing that happened was our characters. After sailing for about a month on the open ocean with not very much in the way of resources to keep themselves alive, miraculously, through their own power gaming, use of very clever spells, and just a bit of luck, they managed to drift until they found refuge on a floating congregation of ships connected through wooden planks and boards. Upon finding this, well, they, of course, very luckily, they were brought on and welcomed. You met with a practitioner, Montgomery, who seems to be very well versed in the alchemical healing arts. He agreed to make you a healing potion to treat Wyndham's festering stump, as the seaside amputation seems to have led to some gangrene. Likewise, you had yourself a nice dinner. The first dinner that wasn't good berries and conjured water in about a month and a week, give or take. Now, while you were having dinner, you noticed that through picking up what people were saying and having a conversation with the Earl of Arkham, there seems to be people going missing on this refugee colony floating in the middle of the ocean. It seems that they were all refugees fleeing from one thing or another in their homelands, and it became quite clear that your little island was not the only one that seems to have been besieged by monsters. Now, those faraway monsters are but a distant concern, as you do know there is something picking off people from this refugee colony. Now, it's not just anyone, it's captains, male captains. And you managed to get a full 8 hours of rest. When something wakes all of you up, and likewise the other people in your cabin, however, they pretend to be asleep, it's a smell, rotting seaweed.
The Earl of Arkham, he did say there's always this bad smell before someone is kidnapped.
Let's go save a life.
You see a couple people who appear to be just ship workers, but they seem armed. One has a sword, another one has a crossbow, and a captain. Now, the only person who doesn't seem to be armed is this small child over here. She seems to have passed out. The captain appears to be grabbing his chest. He's dying. All of a sudden, tendrils of seaweed sprout over the sides of the ship. A little girl who was unconscious on the floor is no longer a little girl. In fact, she appears to be a creature whose skin is a mixture of blue, green, and rotted pustule. A monster thing on all fours that is clearly the source of this horrifying pustulant miasma, and the source controlling the seaweed that seems to be wrapping around the ship. Now, this thing suddenly looks at you, Lothario. It is horrifying. This thing has the glass eyes of a child's doll, as all you can do is look directly into those dead, glassy eyes. They connect with your soul for a moment. Suddenly, you feel it in your chest, a stabbing like a knife. You feel the breath leave your lungs, and you are now at 0 HP. You drop to the ground, unconscious. The fear is the last thing in your mind, and it carries with you into unconsciousness.
Okay.
It's at that point, this thing now turns its gaze from you to the captain, and it makes an attack. Its hands seem to have elongated nails, perfect for slicing and rending of meat. As the captain is unconscious, that hit lands. She got a total of 15 to hit, which is just enough to hit the captain. Her disgusting nails pierce through his skin directly into his chest. It's deep. It's bad. And at this range, while he's on the ground, let's see if he can stay up. All right. Wow, not bad. He does manage to stay up. Incredible. And with that, her turn is now over. Bojangles.
Can I break out of the grapple?
You can sure try.
That's a 22.
Ooh, you are unfortunately going to have to roll at disadvantage. It seems this miasma has made all of your guys' rolls at disadvantage. Wow!
Even better.
Even better, but that does not stop you. Listen, the fog of war, the putrid horrors of imminent death, they are nothing to you. You see this seaweed, you realize it's not even as strong as a rope. You break your way out of it with little effort. Dexterously, you are now free of his grasp. What do you do?
Alright, well, I'm going to use my immediate action to attack the beast.
Hey, go ahead and roll at
That's
disadvantage.
a 12 to hit. At disadvantage?
Yes, sir.
Okay. 12 to hit.
Okay, fair enough. Your crossbow bolt swings wide, unfortunately, as it goes past her. She moves unnaturally, rolling on her side of the way. It's kind of gross, but you miss. Yeah, I believe you have a bonus action left?
I'm going to go behind the mast and use my skirmisher stealth, which allows me to make a hide action in combat to be hidden from one creature of my choice, and I choose the beastie.
Excellent. Go ahead and roll at disadvantage. Ooh, you're in luck. It got a total of 10. Nice. Excellent. You got a 16 with disadvantage. Yeah, it's no effort for you. Obviously, this thing is focused on the captain. It's not even looking at you. As you deftly break out of the seaweed, launch a crossbow bolt, and then duck, dive, dodge, and dip behind the mast of the ship, it loses track of you immediately.
Alright, so according to my ability, I am hidden from her no matter what I do now.
Until your next turn. Excellent. Let's move to Double T. It's your turn. What do you do?
We're gonna hit her.
Okay. Well, you are grappled, but that doesn't slow you down. Go ahead and roll at
It doesn't
disadvantage.
mean anything. I can still hit her.
It's true.
Alright, so that's a 14 to hit her.
Ooh, dang. Okay, a 14 to hit. You swing at her, and it goes wide. Just barely. You do manage to chop off some of that disgusting seaweed hair. She seems faster than you would expect.
Well, everyone's faster than me. I'm in heavy plate armor.
That's fair.
Like, that's no surprise.
That is fair. All right, and I think you do have one more action.
I have an immediate action. We're gonna try to hit her again.
Let's see it.
Another 14 to hit. Darn
Dang it. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it swings wide again, just barely, but it does miss. All right, now let's go to Wyndham. What happens?
Well, I don't know what the hell is going on there, but Lithariel just dropped to the ground, so I'm gonna run over there.
Good call. Yeah, you run over there, carefully avoiding all the seaweed that seems to be making its way onto the deck.
Right, and then can I make a medicine check on her?
Absolutely, go ahead and roll. Although it is going to be at disadvantage. Ooh, okay.
Yay.
Well, with the 7 on medicine, looking at Wyndham, you don't see any sort of puncture wound. It's nothing like that. You gather this must be magic. She must have some sort of magical attack? But you didn't see her cast anything. Whatever it is, it's devastatingly effective. I mean, she looks like she's on death's door.
Well, unfortunately right now, there's not a whole lot I can do.
Well, you
I
do
only have one arm, and I can't heal her.
That's true. You could make good berries, I guess. I think they heal 1 HP, don't they?
Yeah, they do. So I'll make a good berry and feed it to her.
Well, yeah, you cast Goodberry, and since you have mastered the casting of this spell, even one-armed, you are able to make the full 10 Goodberries. So congratulations, that's going to come in handy. Yeah. Unfortunately,
Right.
though, with the medicine check and the casting of the spell, that is all you can do this turn. You anxiously await as Goodberries form in your hand. Now we're going to move to Double T.
We're just gonna hit the girl again.
All right, go for it.
14 is a lucky number.
It seems to be. You swing again. This thing rolls out of the way of your...
I'm just too. I just see red from, and I'm just like, stupid dang kids.
Yeah, you're literally on the ground being grappled by this tendril of seaweed as you're swinging your axe as best you can, but from the prone position, she has much more maneuverability than you. So, yeah, you are prone. Everyone who's grappled was knocked to the ground. And now let's move to its turn. Here we go. Yeah, it's moving over here. That means that Double T, you can take an attack of opportunity if you would like.
Okay, let's hit him. Maybe we can actually hit him this time.
Yeah, let's see it.
Yeah, no, I did not. We got a 1.
Oh, man. Welcome to the natural 1. Okay, so as you swing at this thing again, it unfortunately misses. Your axe slams into the wood of the deck, and you find that it is now stuck. You're going to have to spend an action and make a good enough strength check to get it out. The creature moves adjacent to the now downed captain. It seems its focus is entirely on him. It's going to attack twice. Oh yeah, that's +5, so that's a total of 19 to hit. That definitely hits. And the second one, 13 + 5, that also hits. Alright, let's do some damage. Yikes. It takes both hands and pierces into the chest of this downed captain. He lets out a scream, and he falls unconscious. Blood is seeping from the now gaping wound in his chest, and it's that second attack that really does the most damage. The first one knocked him into unconsciousness. The second one, because he's unconscious, is an automatic critical, so it counts as 2 failed death saving throws. She pierces her jagged fingers through bone and flesh alike, as though she was reaching to pull out his heart. It's disgusting and horrifying, and she can't help but throw her head down into the open wound and start eating ravenously, hungrily, and sloppily the bloody meat, the raw flesh inside. Bojangles, what do you do?
I'm gonna move up here, and I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds on the captain to keep him alive.
Hey, excellent. All right, you move up there. As you step into the area with the kelp, I need you to make a dexterity saving throw to avoid being grappled again.
Doing this with a disadvantage again?
That is correct.
22.
It is nothing to you. You are jumping, dodging, diving out of the way. It's not a problem. And just so I know, do you have to make your stealth check at the beginning of your turn or the end of your turn?
At the end of my turn.
Nice.
I am completely anonymous to this creature until the end of my turn.
Ooh, that is a nice thing. You run over and you cast your Cure Wounds. It goes off without a hitch. You see the eyes of this thing go wide as the very flesh it's feasting on begins knitting back together. The captain heals how much HP?
So 5 health.
Ooh, 5 health. Welcome back, Captain. Very nice. It's at that point that you do what?
Well, that's kind of my whole turn here, so I guess I'll make a stealth check at the end of my turn.
Okay, you got it. Let's
Is
see
this
it.
still a disadvantage?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
Ooh.
So I guess that's an 8.
Well, yeah, it is an 8, unfortunately. The creature does see you. She only had, I believe, a +2, but that is enough to get her a 9. She sees you. You can tell she locks eyes with you after you've stopped her feasting on this individual. Unfortunate. Wyndham, it's now your turn. What do you do?
Can I see what's going on yet, or can
Oh,
I
yeah.
still not see?
Oh, no, you can
Okay, cool.
see it all.
Awesome. That's terrifying. What the hell?
Oh, you know what? And thank you for letting me know that you can see what's going on there now. I need you to make a wisdom saving throw. Wow. It is a wow.
My bad.
It is such a shame that is at disadvantage because you seem to have rolled 2 natural 20s there. I mean, yikes. If only. But you're saddled with that 10.
Yeah.
Oh, that's rough. Unfortunately, you seeing this thing, you seeing it bent over, literally eating the meat out of the still living captain, you're horrified. You feel like you can't do anything directly against this creature except for really run away from it. However, that doesn't say anything about giving good berries to people.
I'm gonna force feed Lothariel a couple good berries.
Well, yeah, I'd say you're able to get at least one in there with a bonus action and still have your action
All
left.
right.
You can do 2 if you want to use your action as well.
Yeah, I'll feed her too.
All right. Lethiriel! The taste of 2 berries is enough to get you back to your feet. You feel air fill your lungs. You're no longer trapped in this sort of deathly nightmare void. As you come to
You
and
love
see...
my berries.
Indeed. You come to and see everything that's happening once again. I'm going to need you to make a wisdom saving throw at disadvantage, Lethiriel.
Crystal Gem has given her a nat 20 for a saving throw.
Oh, that's great. I got it.
Thank God.
Well, wait a minute. Yeah, so that's Jesus Christ. Wow. Well done, Crystal Gem, because I don't know if you saw this. She actually rolled a natural 1. Dang it. Oh, Crystal Gem,
Oh,
you
wait,
have just saved the day.
That was for me.
Oh.
Oh,
Yep.
I guess it's
Nat 20 for Wyndham.
Well, that's good news. So, Lethiriel, you are going to get... Well, let's rewind. So, Wyndham, you see this. And what you notice is that, well, this creature is absolutely horrifying. It seems to be eating the flesh directly out of the captain's body. Now, you have a moment, because you're not in the fray of the combat, to kind of appraise what's going on in this situation. You realize a couple things. A, this fear effect. It's not something that's likely to strike you twice unless you are afraid the first time. So the fact that you've passed with a natural 20 means you're now immune to its fear. Well done. You realize, too, that Lethiriel had that attack, and so did, you're not really sure about the captain, but Lethiriel had that attack after this thing looked at her, and she was already afraid. You come to the realization that if you're afraid of this creature, it has the ability to look at you and basically drop you.
Okay.
Which is terrifying in and of itself. It seems to be in control of the seaweed. That much is not a mystery. But it seems incredibly magical, and not just like regular wizard or cleric or sorcerer magic. It has a sort of weird magic, and there's something that you heard about in your verdant circle of druids. These perversions of nature, sometimes known as hags. That must be what she is. The more you look at her, the more she resembles the stories told by your elders, and you realize the very last thing that would have affected your mind, but now that you've saved from all of it with a natural 20, you realize that she has the ability to make herself appear as another person, any other person. It's all an illusion. That little girl was obviously not a little girl, but she could change into anyone.
Okay.
But once you touch her, you see through it immediately. It's a very curious thing about the illusion of a hag, but that does make sense that once the captain and that guard touched her, they suddenly were shocked and horrified. They must have failed their saves against the fear. Wow. Thank you, Crystal Gem 6. You really just illuminated.
Yeah, thank you. Dang.
Whew. Oh my god, wait a minute. Whoa. Holy cow. Okay, one has a natural 20, and the other one has a natural 1 to make it interesting. Okay. So, Lethiriel still receives these good berries. Wyndham, you spend your action feeding 2 of them to her. And you have this new knowledge. Do you share it with the group via Double T's telepathy? Or do you just shout it out?
I do, yeah. I'm gonna let them know, hey guys, like if you feel like you need to get away from the creature, do not let it look at you. Like do not. You will die. Like, oh god, I can't save you.
It's true. It's true. And it's at that point... Oh, thank you for confirming, Crystal Gem 6. So you give those berries to Lethiriel. And she keeps that natural 1. You get the gasp of air that fills your lungs. You have been spared the nightmare void, Lethiriel. Thank God. You look over to see how your friends are doing, and the one thing you notice is the object of your fear. The center of your nightmares. And her head spins around to look at you. It's as though she could smell your fear, possibly taste it even. With a natural 1, you automatically fail the save against the death glare. you are brought down to 0 HP again, and you automatically take a death saving throw failure. If you get to 3, your character's dead. It's Wyndham. You notice that Lyria sees this. Her face goes pallid, her eyes roll back into her head. She falls to the ground and starts convulsing. You're sure that she's locked in her own nightmare dimension of this creature's doing, and if it continues, she's very likely not going to live. Excellent. Okay. Let's move now to Lyria. I need you to make a death saving throw for me. Lyria? Alright, well, I'll just go ahead and roll that death saving throw for you there. Here we go. Oh, there we are. Ooh! Well, we got a 4. Just so you know, Lyria, we can't hear you. But with a 4, that is another failed death saving throw. That's 2. And if you go down for another one, or if anything even hits you before you're healed, that's it for you. Alright, now, let's move on to Double T. What do you do?
Well, we'll try to get out of this grapple.
All right, go for it.
I guess.
Yeah, let's see it. Go ahead and roll at disadvantage.
All right. So we'll do an athletics.
All right.
That's a 13.
Ooh, unfortunately, the 13 is not strong enough. Oh, wait a minute. Oh my gosh. All right, we're going to keep your roll. Crystal Gem 6 has just let us know. Lyria, you're getting an inspiration for that death saving throw. Go ahead and roll again if you can hear me. If not, I'll go ahead and roll for you.
Crystal Gems, you are on a roll tonight.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Crystal Gem 6, you're killing it. You're saving them, really. Darn it.
Got a 6.
Oh, man. Those inspiration are unreliable. Well, it was worth a shot.
The add your constitution.
That's true. How high is your constitution?
+4.
No, it's a 3. So
Oh, no.
9.
Oh, you were 1 away. Well, thank you, Crystal Gem 6. Gosh, so freaking close. Oh, my goodness. All right. Well, unfortunately, that means you still failed the saving throw. And Double T, it seems you fail to break free of the kelp, the seaweed that's strangling around your legs and has dropped you to the ground. Unfortunate. You have a bonus action left. Is there anything you can do?
Can I stand up?
No, not without successfully breaking free.
Oh. Okay. Nope, we're done.
Darn. Okay. All right. Excellent. So, with that, now we get to the hag's turn. All right. Well, let's see here. It can see you, Matt, but it's going to go ahead and have its seaweed activate. So at this point, Double T, I need you to make either an athletics or an acrobatics check at disadvantage, as the seaweed is going to try and pull you off the edge of the ship and into the ocean. Same with the captain. Oh no! The 14 is not enough. You find yourself being pulled off the side of the ship. Same with the captain. You fall into the water. It's at that point, the hag is going to move from here to here, and she's going to attempt to take a couple swings at Bojangles. Let's see how we do. Oh, damn, a natural 20! Wow. Dang, okay. Well, let's see some damage. Okay, Bojangles, you take a total of 13 damage. Her claws slash through you. As you can tell, not only did she lock eyes with you, she's very upset that you healed her meal. She pierces directly through you in an incredibly adept hit. She's going to go for another one. Well, that one's only 15 to hit.
That will not hit.
All right, that one misses. And it's at this point that she is also going to jump over the side of the ship, and the same thing happens with the captain and Lothyriel. She plummets underneath the water and disappears. The same thing happens with Lothyriel, and the seaweed begins retracting into the water as well. What do you do?
Well, the creature left, right?
Yeah, she hopped overboard, just like Double T and that unfortunate captain.
Yep. And can I dive into the water to try and help Double T?
Absolutely, yeah. You dive off the edge of the ship into the water. You see that the second Double T hit that water, she's already starting to sink. Yeah, you can go ahead and either make the athletics check to swim for her, or you can give her advantage.
I'm going to give her advantage.
Okay, you got it. You put your arm around her, trying to help her stay afloat against the heavy weight of her metal armor. Excellent. All right, so let's go ahead and skip then to Double T. You're in the midst of the ocean. Go ahead and make that athletics check if you would like to swim.
The 12.
Oh, no. With a 12, unfortunately, you start sinking. Now, luckily, Bojangles is there with you, so he seems to be sinking with you. It's not like you guys are sinking particularly fast, but your head is falling beneath the surface of the water. You take one last breath as you're submerged beneath the waves. Yikes. All right. Now, Winton, what do you do?
Is Lothyriel still down?
She is. Oh, very much so. And if it gets to her turn, she's going to have to make another death saving throw, and if she fails that, she's dead.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna feed her a good berry.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna move over towards Bojangles and Double T and throw my rope out to them.
Nice. Okay. You feed her a good berry. Lothyriel, you feel yourself come back out of that nightmare realm. Your body still shakes and shivers uncontrollably, but consciousness slowly returns to you. Windham, you run over to the edge of the boat. You take out the rope with your one hand, dropping the rest of the good berries, and you throw it overboard. You see both of your teammates fall beneath the surface of the water, and your rope does as well. Hopefully it helps. That'll make it so that your next check, Double T, is now at advantage. Excellent. All right, then we move to Lothyriel.
I don't still have fear, right?
Well, you do, but you don't see the creature, so that's lucky.
Oh, okay, so I'm good.
Yeah,
Okay,
you're fine unless she comes back.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna heal myself. Thanks.
Good call. All right, you cast a healing spell on yourself. Go ahead and roll. All right, 2 plus your casting modifier. You do heal.
Okay.
And it's not only calming, but it's nice to feel warmth come back to your flesh. It was crazy. Your entire body was numb. All right, now we're going to move to Bojangles. You've jumped over the side of the ship. You're trying your best to help her. Are you giving her advantage again?
Yep, that's what I'll do.
All right. So Double T, you've got all the advantage in the world. You now get to make your check at advantage. I hope you succeed.
I don't want to survive, apparently.
You start scrambling as best you can. It just doesn't work.
I get blown up by a kid. Now I'm getting drowned by a kid.
Yeah. Wow, kids are your kryptonite. Who knew? Unfortunately, it doesn't seem to be working. Now let's move to Windham. You've noticed that the rope is dangling. There are bubbles coming up from the water beneath. What do you do?
Can I see if there's something on the edge of the boat to reliably tie the rope onto?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, you go ahead and tie it up as a bonus action, no problem.
Awesome. Is there any other way I can like help them? I mean, I could throw some berries at them.
Well, the thought occurs to you that you could dive in, but then you remember you've only got one arm, so you're not sure how good
I
you'd
don't-
be at swimming.
I really feel like I'd grab them and then just sit there for a second, like, well, now what?
Now I'm sinking too. Yeah, it
It's
doesn't
like
seem
splash
like
with
there's...
the stump.
Right? Doesn't seem like there's a lot.
Yeah, so I'm gonna just, I guess I'll spend a second action just making sure the rope is like tied. It's not gonna slip off.
Nice. Yeah, you spend some time making sure it's going to be sturdy, and you realize now you've got
I've only got one arm, so.
Yeah, you've got it more stable than it was even when you were just holding it one-handed. Well done.
Cool.
All right, Lyria, it's your turn. What happens?
Well, I'm just gonna move here, and then I want to use my. Okay, for my bardic inspiration, do they have to hear me?
I'm not sure. I think they do, and they might at least have to see you. I'll just have them roll a perception check. Oh, go ahead.
Can they hear me through the mental connection?
I think they can, but I think Taz has to be able to see you. I tell you what, I'm going to have them roll a perception check. Double T, can you roll a perception check for me?
8.
Doesn't seem like she is going to be able to hear you. You gather that likely with bardic inspiration, they have to be able to hear you and maybe even see you. It's at least not going to work in this situation.
They've already grabbed at the rope, right?
Yeah, they are trying. Mm-hmm.
Okay, so what if I start like yanking at the rope to help them pull up, I guess?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, in
Get
fact,
the crew members to help you.
there's a
What?
thought.
The crew members to help.
Oh yeah, what are those guys doing?
Nothing.
They're terrified about what just happened, and they are coming to terms with it. They are not battle-hardened soldiers like you guys seem to be. Yeah, you
Okay,
could
well-
gladly enlist them.
Okay, I'm gonna use my intimidation to get them to help and be like, "Did you see what that happens? Come help before we lose more people."
Yeah, you don't even have to roll. They are sufficiently afraid, and now that their captain is gone, they seem to be happy to respond to some sort of direction. They run over and start helping to pull up the rope. Let's see here.
I sure hope these guys are. Okay.
All right. So because of that, I'm going to give this next check a +5. Double T. It's your turn. You're sinking below the water, though, of course. You've got Bojangles helping you stay afloat, Windham floating you a rope, and Lothariel commanding a crew to help you. Go ahead and roll your check at advantage +5.
Yes.
There we go.
Oh,
Yes!
there we go. I love it. That's
We
excellent.
got a 23.
23. Oh my god. Yeah, it seems like this was the amount of teamwork it takes to get a full metal cleric out of the water. This would have been a death sentence for you alone. Good lord. Wow, you guys and your power gaming teamwork, I freaking love it. All right, you grab onto the rope and you manage to pull yourself up with a mixture of their help, your own strength, Bojangles, the one-armed lifeguard, and first mate Lothariel. You make it all the way back on deck, and initiative is officially over. You have some time to catch your breath. What happens?
I'm gonna roll my rope back up and put it away.
Good call.
I'm like, did anyone see where the kid went?
Overboard. With the captain.
Oh.
Not our captain, at least.
Yeah, it's not our captain, so we're fine. Do we commandeer the ship now?
These guys seem to listen to me.
Hey, we could have 2 captains now.
It's true. What do you do?
Well, oh, that other guy is still here, right? The guy who was trying to save the girl. Let's question him.
Yeah, you got it.
Yeah.
Good call.
You guys are all surrounding him. I'm gonna go up to him and shake him a bit. What was that thing you were trying to save?
I don't know. I thought she was just a refugee like us. She's been here for weeks. How is this possible?
And she's been with you this whole time? Why was the captain arguing with you?
not with me. She hasn't been with me this whole time, but it just didn't seem right. We came up here when we smelled the smell, and there was it was unconscious on the ground, and the captain said to throw her overboard because she must have been bad luck, but I didn't know she wasn't a child. Oh my god, the captain's gone because of me!
Well done, Power Gamer. You've safely made it to the end of the video. Congratulations. Thanks for hanging out with us, and a very special thank you to our supporters on Patreon. Thank you to our Patreon founders, whose incredible generosity humbles us. Thank you to the legends, guild members, and all of the official Power Gamers whose love and support makes this channel possible. If you like what you saw, let us know by leaving a like, comment, subscription, donation, sharing the video with your friends. Check out all the links below, and we'll see you Saturday on Twitch for the next Legends of Lyria.